Jones and Catino Mobley. It's time for the first ever Hoops edition of Dat Dude's Dudes. Marcellus, what you got?
Got some love for these basketball players, the finesses out there. Because Whitlock and I, we ain't got no game like that.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Oh, this is going to be fun, man. Let's go to number 3, Knicks point guard, Dennis Smith Jr., Super Mario right here. You're going to see number 3 takes us to Cleveland, the Knicks in town, and Dennis Smith Jr. just got there January 31st. For Kristaps Porzingis pulls down the rebound. Smith pushes the ball up the court, drawing the eyes of the Cavs defense. Look at that. In that zone, in that matrix. Meanwhile, Mario Hezonja is able to float away from the defense with all eyes on Smith. What happens here at the top of the key? Doors left wide open. Oh, my God, Mario Hezonja. Don't let the paint job fool you, baby. Up in the air like you don't care. Brings that down, and then Super Mario takes the pass from Smith and delivers that poster. Marquise Chris, dome piece. Look at DeAndre. Shout out to my Clippers. Come back next year. He's loving it. The bench is loving it. He's our number 3 Dat Dude of the Week basketball edition. Now, number 2, Bucks. Let's go out there with Giannis. Copo, 0 to 100, real quick, y'all. Number 2 takes us to Chicago. Bulls get into the offensive set. Giannis, and with Lauri Markkanen over there. It's time to build that wall up. You can see he's going to break that wall down and help outside to double the ball. Markkanen, what you going to do with the ball when you see that Giannis over there on that double? Oh, you turn it over. Now it's time to run. Let's get down there. And Giannis and the fellow Bucks all-star Chris Middleton starts to break with his head up, scanning the floor. Oh, get the ball at the top of the three-point line. What do you think it's going to take him in terms of steps to get to that rim? Yeah. How about 1, none, 0 steps? Just no dribbles at all, gets to the rim. Oh, my God, that's a freak right there. Greek freak, number 2. And let's go to number 1, the Raptors. Toronto, Kawhi Leonard. Guess what he said? The bank is open. Our number 1 future Clipper, Kawhi Leonard. He's in his temporary home right now in Toronto. I don't like this. I don't like this right now. Look at that eye contact with him and Kawhi. Y'all ain't really friends. That's fake friends right there. Lowry walks up, and then he's going to get into the offense with his fake friend right now until he becomes a Clipper. Now, you got 3 options right here. You're starting to dribble out, start to play. Oh, you're going to start the pick and roll right here? You're going to fake the pick and flare out? Or you're just going to step out to the three-point line? Let's see what you got. Now, from Lowry's vantage point, there's a soft spot in the defense. Take a seat, take a nap right there where the pillows are. Lowry, he sets up Kawhi for the game winner right there. And if you want to look at it closely in replay, I didn't know that the bank was still open at T.O. Future Clipper right there. We need all that to get us over the hump. My man, number 1, Kawhi Leonard, the bank is open, and you're our number 1 Dat Dude of the Week. Stop trying to show love. Valentine's Day is almost here. It ain't going to work. That's our Dat Dude.
All right, thank you, Marcellus. That was great.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's stay in the NBA and go to Philadelphia, where the Celtics snapped a 2-game losing streak with a win over Philadelphia last night. And they did it without Kyrie Irving, who missed his first game since tweaking his knee over the weekend. Boston hasn't lived up to expectations so far this year, but are actually 8-2 when Kyrie doesn't play. And former Celtic Antoine Walker doesn't sound surprised.
I think Kyrie's has shown us it's not about necessarily winning championships with him. I think New York is probably the place that presents the best option for him for what he wants to do with the shoe deal he has with Nike, the individual where he could be a starter going back home. I just don't think he's a true Celtic.
Not true Celtic. What does that mean? Born and raised in Boston? Ed O.G. and the Bulldogs?
He's saying he's half in, half out. And I'll just say this. I think you could put an argument together that maybe Boston and Danny Ainge and Brad Stevens and the Celtics are better without Kyrie. That particular team, the way it's constructed, better without Kyrie.
They're not better without Kyrie, and I want to put the argument together that demonstrates that. 1, you don't have the same peak potential. Don't let your success of last year get into the Eastern Conference Finals fool you, because in that same finals, you were up 3-2, and then LeBron and those boys hit that switch, and it was over. With Kyrie there, I think that would have been a difference maker to get him over the hump. Let's not confuse that 11-5 New England Patriots with Matt Castle is the same New England 11-5 team with Tom Brady. There's a difference. One didn't make playoffs, one won the Super Bowl. Peak potential. And it's tough because there's no parallel universe to compare it to. So we don't know what they would have done with Kyrie. But I'm just willing to say and roll the dice that with Kyrie, this team would have did more last year. If you got 3-2 up against Cleveland last year in the conference finals, with Kyrie, you go even farther.
Oh, I disagree with you. I think they are. I think they are a better team without Kyrie, but that's not a disrespect to Kyrie. It seems like it's not the right fit for Kyrie, and just because you're a great player doesn't mean that every team is a fit for you. There's only a select few of people that can play on any team and make that team better. Kyrie is a closer. He's probably the best closer we have in basketball right now.
Yeah.
And he can get his own shot. And he can score in a variety of ways. I think he is, and that's just my opinion.
7-footer.
That's just
from anywhere on the court.
But he finishes. He's the best finishing guard in our game, and he's a shooter. I think he is the best closer in basketball. Just my opinion.
Can I disagree with you?
Yes, you can.
Where's that ring again?
Where's
that ring? Where is it?
It's too big to wear naturally.
Oh, look, I ain't got a ring. Trust me. I got some other things, though. Let me talk about that. That ring came when y'all won, and who played in that series?
Who made the game-winning shot?
Who made the game-winning shot?
But
you were in the finals also without Kyrie.
That's a total,
how'd that go?
That's a total.
How'd that go?
That's a total different game.
I'm just asking. How'd it go without Kyrie versus with Kyrie?
That's a total different game and a total different team.
You're right.
But how about this one? You make a valid point. But how about this one? Kyrie Irving, when he was with Cleveland, when he first came to Cleveland, was he winning?
No.
Okay. When LeBron came back to Cleveland with Kyrie, did Kyrie start winning?
Yes.
It wasn't his team.
Right.
So you don't really know how to win by yourself. The Boston Celtics was winning without Kyrie last year. The Boston Celtics are better without Kyrie. You know why? Because he dominates the ball. So you have, this league is made up of 6'8" guys who can shoot, dribble, defend, kind of like two-way players. That's what this league right now is made up of. So when you have Kyrie Irving on that team, no disrespect to Kyrie, because I love his game, and he's not the best closer. There's a guy in Golden State.
Listen.
That's a 7
Durantula?
Yeah, Durantula. But you think of Kyrie Irving, and he needs the ball. Gordon Hayward is playing better without him. Brown can start to flourish. Tatum is better without him. So you got these young guys, and guess what? I'm gonna keep Horford, I'm gonna keep Rozier, I'm gonna keep Smart, and I'm getting me a big. Because I'm okay. I'm gonna give me a nice, successful big.
They won 10 of 11 games with Kyrie, and then they lost a couple games. He gets injured.
That's
That's
not what we're talking about.
Yeah,
what we're talking about is
8-2 without him, and they show that the ball moves more, and they're better defensively without him. Yeah. So if those numbers pop out to you, and then the team morale is better with him.
He hasn't learned how to win by himself yet. The adversity kicks in, and the first thing he does.
Well, I want to change your wording. He hasn't learned how to win while being the alpha and the leader of a team.
Right.
No one wins by themselves.
Right.
But also I think y'all's point, to buttress y'all's point, Brad Stevens' system, I don't think is built for a ball-dominant person.
Absolutely agree.
And so the ball has to move. And so, and Kyrie is a ball-dominant person. It's the wrong fit. That's the struggle.
There are system players and there are non-system players. And he's not a system player. I think he thought he was a system player, and then that system would help him, but it doesn't seem like it's the right, it doesn't give him enough.
It might have helped if he didn't have all. They got like 4 or 5 wings.
Coming up, the LA Times is reporting that Luke Walton will finish the season as the Lakers head coach. We'll tell you if that's a mistake next.
This is a payday bar. It has a truckload of